Welcome to Ellis B. Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Here he is, Oscar Anderson.
Hello again, everybody, on a Sunday evening conversation. Hello again, here's my best to you. Are your skies all gray? I hope they're blue. Let me sing my song to you. Pass on a smile and the rainbow to you. Hello again. Let's forget the past. Let the past forever be the past. Here's my hand. I'll say once more. Hello again, everybody. So nice to have you here in the ocean. One big hello again on a Sunday evening, and it's really been a very nice week, and I've had a nice week. I was listening to last Sunday's show, and, you know, we pretty well started on a downer, didn't we? I was walking around with my chin dragging the floor after that, and I thought, gee, you know, it's nice to be looking back over the years, but it's also nice to be bright once in a while, even at my age. So, you remember the disco era? I always loved the disco music. I really intentionally tried to put about 2 or 3 records out with the big band. I love the big band in disco, that driving beat. And so what do you say we just kind of remember the disco era and start off conversation with a great disco song? Remember this one? You're my first, you're my last, you're my everything. You are my first, my last, my everything. Remember those crowded floors and everybody bumping into everybody, nobody really knowing what they were doing. Throwing their arms up in the air, their legs up in the air, it didn't matter, throwing each other up in the air. But they were having a good time. And I always liked disco music. I thought it was a fun form of entertainment. And thanks for, by the way, allowing me to start off this way. It opens up the voice. You know my age, I got to have something to do it. And on Conversation on the wonderful Ocean, everybody, 97.1 this Sunday evening.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera.
In case you're just tuning in, everybody, this is Herb Oscar, and we have a little show called Conversation. It's a 1-hour show. And we're trying to do things a little bit different, as the ocean always does. Instead of just playing records and saying that was and this is, we get to know each other. And I get to know you through your sending me emails at HOA@WOSNFM.com. And then you get to know me simply by listening to the ocean.
Just the way you look tonight.
One of my most unusual stories, as long as we're having a conversation, is about a young disc jockey. And he went on the air one morning and didn't have anything better to do. So he came up with something called Oscar socks. Back in that day, they were wearing the ankle-high Argyle socks. Remember the girls, especially with those pleated skirts? And they were very attractive, very attractive. And so I had seen occasion where a neighbor girl and her friend had taken and exchanged the sock. It was a brown pair and it was a blue pair. But let me tell you something. It looked so attractive to see 2 socks that didn't match. But what really made it attractive was when you found 2 people that had interchanged, and they were more or less a twin. And it was very attractive, very attractive. And so I thought, gee, that's something novel. And I sat down in the morning, and I came up with Oscar socks. And I said to all the schoolgirls, I said, hey, gals, if you're going to be wearing those knee-high Argyles, why don't you swap socks with your buddy, and then you'll know who your buddy is. And Gee, I got some pictures of him in a blue skirt with a white sock and a white skirt with a blue sock. It was very attractive. As a matter of fact, it was so attractive that Bonnie Doon Mills contacted me and said, you know, we're kind of thinking we'd like to know a little bit more about Oscar socks. Well, the superintendent of the schools didn't like it, and so he ordered them to stop wearing them. And the boys went into revolt, and they started to pull their pants up around their waist and walking around in a revolt in the school. And I had caused a situation here that never in a million years did I think I would ever be able to handle. And the newspaper itself was saying what kind of a crazy disc jockey, publicity crazy disc jockey would come up with something like that. So I even compounded it one step further. I went on the air and I said, please call the paper and find out the name of that publicity crazed disc jockey. Oh, and did I ever get in trouble on that one? Wow, because it was a Wednesday and their one ads were coming in and I blocked the lines. So that's my story of Oscar socks. Not much ever came of it, except it's still one of the great stories of the industry. And how something so simple could take such a turn. But I thought you might get a kick out of Oscar socks. This is Oscar Anderson. Sunday night conversation.
When a girl changes from bobby socks to stockings, and she starts trading her baby toys for boys.
Herb Oscar Anderson, this is the Ocean 97.1.